it's always a good day when I'm on the traveling farm. We go to a lot of different school districts. Some of them are a little more rural than others, and then there are the suburban ones such as Seattle, Tacoma, and downtown areas where they don't get to experience where their food comes from. Some of them think that it's a window and the hamburger comes out and that's dinner. Here we show them where their food comes from, what it takes for a farmer to raise those animals to contribute to their lives, and they learn something that they've never known.
When the students come, we get to teach them about the animals that we've brought, what species they are, what their special job is on the farm, any particular quirks or fun things for them to notice while they're in petting with the animals. A lot of times you'll hear, "Wow, I had no idea it felt like that," or they've never touched a sheep, they don't know what the wool feels like while it's still on the sheep, and they never really made the connection before that that wool that they are wearing, actually the sheep was wearing it first.
Oh, she's soft and warm. I like the feeling of its warm. I know. It feels like milk.
We had a student looking for a dairy turkey. Somehow he had the idea that turkeys produce milk. So that's why now we cover the difference between a mammal and poultry, and how poultry lay eggs and mammals give birth to live young and produce milk.
In first grade we do a farm unit in math, so it's a pretty good just chance for them to get a preview of what the farming is about and animals and things like that before we actually get started with the math unit.
It's like a cotton ball.
Yes, a very long.
Some of the kids don't experience this on a daily basis, and for us to teach what we're doing right now and then for them to come out and experience it real life, use their hands, get a little bit dirty, is just something that they'll remember this for a long time.
Once the kids leave the pens, they've seen the animals, we have them come to the trailer. I have them come and sit on the floor. I explain pretty much the activities, what they're going to be doing in here, so they've got an idea of what they're going to be doing. I hear a lot of yays and hands go up, you know, in celebration victory. Especially, I've noticed it a lot where we have the activity where you take the food from the table all the way back to the farm. They get excited when they've learned something. I think sometimes we assume that since we live in the Puyallup Valley, all these kids know about this. They've been to the Puyallup Fair, they know a little bit about planting, but really we probably reach more kids that don't get the opportunity to come to the fair, that have never touched an animal or knew anything about their food. So I think that's what's really rewarding about this, because those, we're reaching out to not only the kids that know, but to the kids that don't know. We had a little girl the other day saying that she wanted to live in here because she was having so much fun learning.
I had this little girl come up to me and she called me down close to her ear, her mouth, and I bent down to listen to her, and she says, "I speak to the animals in Spanish." And she went in with all the animals and she came back out and she tugged at my sleeve, and I bent down to listen to her, and she said, "The sheep said this was the best day ever."
We don't do a lot of field trips at school, so the fact that the community has come together and making this possible for the kids is absolutely incredible.